Welcome back to Wrestling with Horror. My name is Andrew Dreamer. As always, I'm here to talk about professional wrestling, horror movies, and look at the ways that they intersect, connect, and everything in between. Yesterday was Money in the Bank coming live from London, England. And there were a lot of big matches coming out of yesterday's event. You had the Money in the Bank matches, Damian Priest taking home the briefcase. Not really the biggest fan of that decision. Definitely thought LA Knight should have won, but that's not really what I want to talk about right now. I want to talk about the civil war that took place to close out the show. Roman Reigns, Solo Sikoa taking on the Usos in, as I said, it was a civil war between the Bloodline. This Bloodline story has been going for several years now, and it is finally, it's hitting a new high. Just when you thought that the peaks of this storyline could not get any higher, it got bigger. As I said, the main event of the show was the Usos taking on Roman Reigns and Solo Sikoa. Now, this match has been coming for a long time. You know, for the longest time, Main Event Jay was the right-hand man of the Tribal Chief Roman Reigns. And this kind of went back to that Hell in a Cell match that they had a few years ago. And ever since then, Jay has been right by Roman's side through everything until recently, when he decided to turn his back and go his own way. It took some convincing, but he finally got his brother Jimmy to also turn his back on the Tribal Chief. And now they know that they can beat Roman Reigns. Yes, that's right. They beat Roman Reigns and Solo Sikoa. And even bigger than that, Roman Reigns took the pin. That is the first time he has been pinned in 3.5 years. And that is huge. The last person to pin Roman Reigns was Baron Corbin, and, well, we see where Baron Corbin's at now, and that's not a knock against Baron Corbin, but that just shows you how long it's been since Roman Reigns has been beaten. And I think what really made this match, it elevated the match, was the reactions of the crowd. They were on their feet the entire time. They were loud, they were making noise, they were cheering, they were booing, and they were a part of the match, and you could really feel that through the entire thing. Now, when you're telling a story that is 3.5 years long, you would think that it hits some low spots, it hits some lulls, but this story really hasn't. It's just gotten bigger and bigger and bigger. You have all these little subplots almost. You had Sami Zayn, and he was in attendance watching from the skybox, and he said that he was personally invested in the match, and I believe him. He is. And to see the people that he kept telling time after time that they could beat Roman and they didn't have to fall in line, finally accomplish that goal, to finally step out on their own and be pretty much one of the greatest tag teams in the world because of it. That had to be an amazing feeling for Sami. And I know Kevin was right there with him, probably feeling the same stuff, because Kevin's had his run-ins with Roman over the years too. After the match, Roman was just sitting ringside, his head buried in his hands. He was disappointed. He was, dare I say, broken? You know what? He probably was broken. He's not been pinned in 3.5 years, but now he has. So when you have things like this that happen, it's just elevating this story even more. And I've said it before, and I'm going to keep saying it, that the Bloodline story is the best storyline in professional wrestling right now, and it's still going. Now, we have Damian Priest with the Money in the Bank briefcase. Is he going to try to cash in on Seth Rollins, or is he going to try to take Roman Reigns? Well, it's probably going to be Seth Rollins, just based on what else happened in the show. But nonetheless, he has options. Roman Reigns has a target on his back, and that's a target that is growing, and it's a target that is probably becoming easier to hit now. Like I said, he got pinned. He got pinned. That's not happened in 3.5 years. So, my question for you all: who do you think is going to be the one that takes down Roman Reigns once and for all? Is it going to be one of the Usos, or is it going to be somebody else? And where do you think that the Bloodline story could go from here? Do you think Solo is going to turn his back on Roman Reigns too? I think he probably will. I think Solo now sees that his Tribal Chief is not invincible. He's not inhuman. He is absolutely human. He got beat. And Solo, I think, is going to see that, and he's going to end up siding with his brothers. That's probably the logical place to go. That makes the most sense to me. And honestly, I kind of hope that that's what happens. But if it doesn't, I have complete faith that they're going to find something else amazing to do with these people. I'm really excited to see what comes next with the Bloodline story. I'm keeping up with it. I'm going to keep track of it. And like I said, just let me know what you think is going to happen or what else you want to see. Now, before we finish up, if you want to save 20% off your order at redcon1.com, make sure you're using the code AndrewDreamer at checkout for 20% off. It's going to be right up here. I would really appreciate that. That helps me out a lot. Leave a like on the video. Hit subscribe. We're on the road to 500. I really, really want to hit that goal before the end of the year. I need your all's help, and I'm going to have a few incentives that are coming soon. You'll hear more about those in the coming weeks. But make sure you're hitting that subscribe button. Turn your notifications on. We're still in the midst of SOS Summer of Sharks. There's going to be another one coming soon. And I'll just be honest with you, I needed a break from all the really crappy shark movies, so I wanted to watch a really good one. The best one. So I think that probably tells you what my next one's going to be. But I'm really excited to do that review for you. I hope you check it out. Hope you watch it. Leave a like on that video. Tell your friends about the channel if you haven't already done that. But until next time, my name is Andrew Dreamer, and this is Wrestling with Horror.